Are you ready?
I'm ready, I'm filming.
You're already filming? The carrots make me nervous. Right, hello and welcome to another Cooking with Mr. Nino G75. Today we're going to do carrot cake. So I'm going to go through all the ingredients, get them all prepped up, and then we're going to make the carrot cake. It's a two-part process. Part one is the cake and part two is the icing. So let's get started. So for the main cake mix, you need 155 millilitres of sunflower oil or vegetable oil. We've got some of that left over. You need 230 grams of self-raising flour. You need 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon. You need half a teaspoon of ginger, and you need half a teaspoon of mixed spice and a teaspoon of baking soda. You also need 260 grams of coarsely grated carrots.
Introducing the carrot, introducing ingredients.
And you also need 3 eggs and 230 grams of light brown sugar, muscovado, whatever kind of sugar you want, but not a dark one. You need a light one. And the final thing is you need 50 grams of nuts. We got walnuts because it didn't have pecans. You can use pecans, walnuts, whatever nut you like. It's no problem. And last but not least, the zest of an orange. Okay, so it's two parts. We've got all the ingredients ready now. You've got a wet part and a dry part. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my flour, 230 grams of flour, and that's going to go in this bowl.
Preferably sieved.
Preferably sieved. And then I'm going to take my sugar, and that's going in there as well. I'm going to take my spices. So we have half a teaspoon of mixed spice. Oops, I'll do. We have ginger is half a teaspoon of ginger. We have 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon. A little bit more. And we have our baking powder, which is a teaspoon of baking powder, which is absolutely mullered in the tin. So we're going to mix this through so it's nicely combined. And then we are also going to add in the pecans, which are actually walnuts. I've written that bag, so it's going in there. And also we're going to add in our carrots and zest. So all of that goes in there like that. And this is the dry bit. I know the carrots are wet. Different recipes say different things. I'll tell you whose recipe I'm using at the end of the video. And that's going to go in there like that. And then we're going to give this just a good mix round. So the wet part of the mix is 3 eggs, which we're going to put in here. Oops, ruining that. 3 eggs, like so, and then we're going to pour in our 155 mils of oil, which the first time I had this recipe, I thought, this sounds awful, because it's carrots and oil, and I'm not that keen on carrots, and who wants oily cake, but it is fire. So we're going to beat this mixture. Like so. Now we're going to combine the wet and the dry ingredients. I'll get all the egg out of there, and I'm just going to stir it through. It doesn't need beating or anything, it just wants stirring through. And it's going to turn into like a dark brown mush. What you want your mixture to look like. So we've got our baking tin, which Kaz lined in a new way, which I'd never seen before. It's been like a strip around the outside, all the bottom snipped, folded under, and a nice cut-out piece in the bottom. So that's better than I was doing it anyway. So there you go. This is a 20 centimetre deep baking tin. And we're just going to get all of this cake mix in there like that. And there is our cake mixture, which I will just gently move around. And that is our cake ready to go. This is going to go in the oven. It's preheated. It's 160 fan or 180, whatever fan. Conventional, which no one has anymore anyway. And it goes in for an hour. Or when you put a skewer in it comes out clear. So we're going to get this on and then we're going to show you how to make the icing. Right, next bit is the icing. So it's very, very simple. You need, oh my God. You need 200 grams of mascarpone. You need 100 grams of icing sugar and 50 grams of butter. So I've got my cheese and my butter in here and I'm going to give it a right good beating. And I put my icing sugar in there and I'm now going to beat the icing sugar into the butter and mascarpone. So that's everything done. That's ready to go. I'm going to cover that up and leave it at room temperature because I don't want it to go hard in the fridge. Once the cake's done, we'll let that cool and then we'll ice it up and then we'll be done. So there you go, easy carrot cake. See you in a minute. And that's our cake done. I'm going to take this out of the oven with protection, obviously, and pop that down to cool. That looks pretty good. Happy with that? Very happy with that. And there's our cake, cooked, turned out. We're just going to leave it to cool for an hour or so. Okay, so the cake's nicely cooled. Our icing's at room temperature. We've got it on a flat plate. A lot of times people slice the cakes, but I always have the fear of doing that. And it's not super deep anyway because of the size of the tray. So I'm just going to give it a really good thick coating of icing all over it. And that is going to go in the fridge. That icing's lovely. Oh, that is nice. That's going to go in the fridge for about half an hour, 40 minutes, just to let the butter set. And then obviously store it outside under or a cake tin or something like that. But don't keep it in the fridge though. So that's going in the fridge. And that is your carrot cake. So thank you for watching recipe number 2. This is Paul Hollywood's carrot cake recipe. The website is here, so you can get the link and follow his recipe. I've changed it a little bit and probably done him awful shame, but carrot cake, try it. It's lovely. Next one, cooking is going to be mac and cheese. So we're going to do mac and cheese and Nino style, which is going to involve mushrooms and pancetta and all sorts of bad things you're not supposed to put in it. But that will be the next cooking video coming in a week or so. So thank you very much for watching. Please try it out. If you do, tag me in a story on Instagram, use the hashtag NinoCookThis, and I'll repost your work. Thank you very much for being here. Ciao for now.